Hello and welcome to the Violet Sanctuary Spa YouTube channel. I'm Tia Johnson, creator of the Violet Sanctuary Spa, and in this video I'm going to talk about how to know if you're on the right spiritual path, part 2. Okay, so I created part 1 a few years ago actually, and it was well received, so I figured I'd do a part 2. If you would like to check out part 1, the link is in the description box below. Go check it out. It's one of my early videos. Oh my goodness. Definitely check it out. So, I have 3 ways to know if you're on the right spiritual path. Number 1, new special people. I should say new and special. New and special people into your life. What does this mean? Well, say bye-bye to certain people. New year, new you, new people. This isn't even a psychic reading. This is facts. Well, psychic readings can be facts. But what I'm saying is that this isn't me looking into the future or anything like that. This is me saying this is what happens. So when you're on the right spiritual path, you tend to drop off leave some people behind. That's what you do. I saw this beautiful saying, and I've been saying this way before, like years before I saw this saying, but basically the saying is, there are people for reasons and seasons and lifetimes and whatever. This is true when you're on your spiritual path. I mean, this is true in life in general, but when you're on your spiritual path, when you're going along that path and you're unlocking you and discovering who you truly are, what you're meant to do, and so forth, there are some people that just will not be at your vibration. And because they're not at your vibrating level or close to it, and this has nothing to do with about feeling superior or being on a spiritual high horse. This is really the frequency at which you vibrate, right? You tend to attract certain people. Whether you realize it or not, you send out waves, okay? And you know, those waves come back. One reason why we can communicate on a cell phone is through the waves, the air waves. So imagine you as a telephone sending out waves out there, and someone picks up like, oh, okay, yeah, this wave is meant for me. So one surefire way, sure as the sun rises, well, actually the sun doesn't rise, but sure as we see the sun rise, and as sure as, you know, as sure as we breathe, you will in fact lose a couple of friends. Now, don't get sad, because by the time I get to number 3, I will tell you why there is no need to get sad. So for the people who will be leaving your life, some of them will be around. You might see them on Facebook, or you know, at I don't know, a Wendy's or something like that, but they're not going to be an important member in your life. My blog, You Are the CEO of Your Life, comes to mind, and in that blog post, You Are the CEO of Your Life, I describe you being the CEO, and I say that, or I write that you have the power to, you know, hire and fire people in your life, delegate and so forth. These are people that you're just really giving the pink slip, the spiritual pink slip, saying, hey, look, you've been nice these amount of years, but right now there's just not room for you in my life. There's not value added here, and unfortunately, you gotta go. You won't be saying this physically, but spiritually this will be taking place. You will notice that you're going to talk to the person or people less. You're just going to be less interested, and that's going to be okay. Next, what I like to call the domino effect. So what happens is that once you start getting rid of the people, you start to attract things in your life. So this is what happens. For example, I use myself as an example. I always wanted to work with dreams. Like I love talking about dreams. When my grandmother was living, we would discuss dreams, and she was huge on dreams and numbers. Dreams and numbers were her thing. And I knew that I wanted to be involved with dreams when I got older. So when I became older, I started seeing lots of things about dreams. There were documentaries about dreams, scientists who study why do people dream, why don't people remember dreams, at what point do people dream, and all this craziness. And then I saw dream oracle cards, dream interpreters, all this crazy stuff. And then finally, I saw I received a newsletter about being a dream coach, a gateway dreaming coach, a certified dream coach. How awesome is that? So that domino effect is just one thing leading to another, leading to another, leading to another, and so forth. And even now on Twitter, you have the dream interpreters and, dream dictionaries that you see and things like that. So in your case, when you're on the right spiritual path, you're going to see one thing happen and another thing happen. It's going to be like, doop, doop, just like dominoes. One knocks that, knocks that. Once you begin to set your mind on doing something, becoming a healer, you're going to see one thing lead to another. You might see a commercial on TV. You might run into a friend who said, oh, I did this special yoga, or I received some Reiki treatment, healing. And then you go on Facebook and there's an ad for joining a group for Reiki practitioners or something like that. And then you join that group on Facebook and you network and you team up with people and you host events and things like that. So it's going to be that domino effect, one after the other, after the other, after the other. And it's going to flow well. There may be some time gaps in between because in between you being that Reiki practitioner and then you networking, because it might be something that you have to learn in between. Maybe get a little practice in, do more research, and then from here to here, maybe a week, a month, a year. It varies. But the thing that happens is that there's always a motion taking place. So that's what's going to happen. You're going to notice the domino effect, one after the other thing happening. Last but not least, you won't miss certain things. That's the biggie. Yes, you will not miss certain things that you thought you would miss. Meaning, those people who you think that you were inseparable from, or you just couldn't imagine, not hanging out with people. You couldn't imagine quitting the things that you used to do. It happens, and you won't feel the difference. You won't notice it. Of course, you're going to think back like, oh, that was a good time. Yes, you will do that. But you won't miss it. You're going to feel whole. You're going to feel like you have more to give to other people, but you will not feel empty. You will not feel like you owe anyone anything. You will not feel as though you have to go back and relive anything. So that's the key there, and that's why I made that one last, because that's where everything comes together. Once you're along on your spiritual path, you're going to get your answers. You're going to dive deep into yourself, and the more you dive deep into inner knowing, the more you dive deep into meditation or whatever works for you. Yoga, Reiki, angel therapy, you're going to find answers. You're going to get it, and you will not feel like you're empty. You will feel whole. And that's how you know that you're on the right spiritual path. And as a quick recap, there will be people who will no longer be in your life. That's inevitable. That is sure. As sure as, like I said, breathing. Okay? Some people will no longer be in your life. And in some cases, some people may raise their vibration. They may, say, oh, I want to work with you. But in a lot of cases, there are going to be people who just won't be in your life anymore. Next, the domino effect. Once you set your thoughts in motion for what you truly want to do, who you truly want to become, one thing after another is going to take place in order for you to get from point A to Z. Okay? Next, you won't miss a thing. Those people who you think you would miss, that job you think you just couldn't leave, the places you used to hang out that you think you couldn't possibly stop hanging out, you won't miss it. It will be a memory. It would be a nice memory at times because, it was good times during that time, but now is the time where you live. You live in the present. You're going to feel whole, and you won't miss it. You won't miss the people. You won't miss the places. You won't miss the thing. If anything, you're going to recognize the benefits, your accomplishments. Okay? So let me know, how are you're doing on your spiritual path? Did I answer your questions? Do you have a question about your spiritual path? Leave the comments below. I would love to read them. Okay, so go on ahead, leave some comments, and I will see you later. Have a wonderful holistic day. So did you enjoy this video? Well, if so, subscribe to the channel and share this video with like-minded individuals. If you would like to learn more about me and what I do, then head on over to www.violetsanctuaryspa.com, where you can also have access to sign up to my newsletter, where you will receive a free ebook. So again, head on over to violetsanctuaryspa.com, and until next time, have a wonderful holistic day.